If I want to create an animal story content for my faceless account as a beginner content creator without spending money on any AI, editor, and all that, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that in 5 steps.
Once upon a time, in the wide, sunny savannah, there lived a giraffe named Jerry. Jerry was the tallest of all the animals, and he loved to remind everyone about it. "I can see farther than you," he would say to the zebras. "I can reach the sweetest leaves," he teased the elephants. One day, while picking the highest leaves, Jerry dropped his favorite scarf. It fluttered down and got stuck in a thick bush. Jerry stretched and stretched, but his long neck couldn't reach low enough. The little meerkats and turtles, the very ones Jerry used to tease, hurried over. Together, they pulled the scarf free and gave it back with big smiles. Jerry felt his cheeks turn red. "I'm sorry for looking down on you," he said. "You're all wonderful, just the way you are." From that day on, Jerry used his tall neck to help others, not to brag. And he was never lonely again.
You might want to watch this video to the end to get all the tips and all the tricks. The first step, as you might have guessed correctly, is to use ChatGPT. But I'm not just going to get to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to write me a story. The first thing first is to decide who are my target audience. For an animal story, you would agree with me that it suits well with children. And so I'm going to tell ChatGPT to generate 10 animal story ideas that will teach a lesson, and that my target audience are children. The reason I'm going to add teach a lesson is because of my target audience. And normally, parents would support any story that has moral lessons for their children, right? So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me 10 animal story ideas that will teach a lesson, and my target audience are children. So ChatGPT is going to generate these ideas for me. And at the end, it also suggested to probably give me the first paragraph to make me understand what each story is all about and make it easier for me to choose the one that I love. Your response might actually be a little bit different, but that's okay. This is because I've set my ChatGPT to work in a particular way. So if your own is a little bit different from the response that I got, that's also fine. It would also work. So I'm going to gradually read through and choose the one that I want. I'll ask ChatGPT to develop a 1-minute story for the one I chose. I chose 1 minute, but you can actually choose a different duration. I chose 1 minute for the purpose of this video that I'm making. So after ChatGPT wrote the story, I'll breathe through, and if I am okay with it, the next step I'm going to take is ask ChatGPT to generate a prompt for the story. And most importantly, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to be very descriptive for the main characters. And this is because it will help me to maintain consistency when I am generating the images. So ChatGPT is going to generate the prompts, but I noticed that through the prompt, you're going to see that some of the prompt did not have the description for the main character. So I asked ChatGPT to regenerate the prompt, including the description for the main character wherever the main character was mentioned. So I'm going to get an updated prompt from ChatGPT. Our second step is to generate images using the prompts that ChatGPT has generated for us. And we don't want to spend any money generating these images. We want it free and unlimited. And for that, we are going to be using Google ImageFX. So when you get to the website, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to copy the first prompts from ChatGPT and I'm going to paste it here. I'll go to settings, choose the aspect ratio suitable for where I want to post it. Landscape is suitable for YouTube. Then I'll go and tap on create. I'll give it a few seconds and the image will be ready. I'll download the one I like. I love to download more than one just for variety. Then I'll repeat the same process for the second prompt that ChatGPT generated. But before I go ahead and tap on create, I'll go to settings again and make sure that this key is locked. This will maintain consistency so that I don't have to always have variety in any image that I generate for this particular story. So I'll proceed to generate the remaining images, leaving that key locked. After generating the images that we needed, the next step is to generate videos, turning those images that we have generated into video. And like I told you in the beginning, we are not going to spend money anywhere, so we are not subscribing anywhere. And to do that, we are going to be using Google VEO2. When you visit the website, make sure to choose video gen. The limitation of this website, however, is that you can only generate 4 to 5 videos per day. But the trick here is if you have different emails, you can always switch to another account with another email to continue your generation whenever you are done with your limit for the day for each account. And that is what we are going to be doing for this particular story that I am going to be generating. Although I don't have to generate plenty videos, so I think at the end I'll only be needing to switch to a second account to finish my creation. Your video can only be 8 seconds and is going to be generating in 720p, and that's fine by us. So we're going to use it. Tap on this icon to upload our first image that we created using Google ImageFX. We're going to return to ChatGPT and copy the first image prompt for the first image that we created, and we're going to paste it right here, this box for the prompt. We're going to make sure that you choose the aspect ratio suitable for the image that you created, and for this video I'm choosing 16:9, and then you go ahead and tap on run. Within a few seconds, your video will be ready and you can play the video. If you like it, you can tap on the download icon to download it. If you don't like it, you can tap on run to generate a new one. So this is what we are going to do for the remaining images. Step 4 is to generate our audio, and like we said in the beginning of this video, we don't want to be spending money anywhere, and for that reason we are going to be using 11 Labs. Remember that ChatGPT gave us a story in the beginning which will be needing narration, so I'm going to 11 Labs to generate the audio. Now 11 Labs gives you 10,000 units to use every month. As a starter, a beginner content creator, I think this is enough for us to generate this particular story and any other story that we want to generate depending on the duration. So I'm going to head over to 11 Labs. Right here is where you're going to choose the actor or the voice that you want to narrate your story. And there are plenty of voices that you can choose from here. And on this box is where you're going to be pasting your story. So we are going to return to ChatGPT, copy the story that ChatGPT gave us, come here and then paste it. After we must have chosen the voice that would love, now tap on generate. In few seconds, your audio is going to be ready. At the bottom, you're going to see the download icon. Tap on it to download the audio. Then step 5 is the video editing part, and for that you're going to be using CapCut. You can also use any video editing app that you can use. If you're watching this video on Facebook, we've dropped series of videos teaching you how to edit using mobile CapCut, so you might want to check those out if you don't know how to edit. So after editing our video on CapCut, importing all the videos that we have generated, importing the audio that we generated, we're going to drag the video onto the timeline, arrange it just as we have created them, edit through, add transitions and effects where necessary, add background music, and when we are done, we are going to export it to have something like this. If you're posting on YouTube, you'll definitely be needing a YouTube thumbnail. And for that, you can return to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to create a YouTube thumbnail for the story that it just wrote using recommended YouTube aspect ratio. Ask it to be creative and use images that are suitable according to the story. You're going to get something like this, and this one is really not 16:9. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make the image 16:9, and now I'm going to have something like this. I think this is beautiful. My name is Odera. If you subscribe, you're going to learn more about AI, phone tricks, tips, and websites.